Hello and welcome to Day 3 here from the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Hockey Tournament. I'm Connor Krauser. I'll be your color commentator today, joined by my play-by-play man, Mike Gould. Mike, Day 3, Decision Day. Who moves on to this weekend to play in the playoffs? Big day for all these teams.
So many good teams still in this tournament, and I'm so excited to see how this day of action shakes out. We're here for the first 6 games here at West Edmonton Mall this morning and in the afternoon.
So let's jump right to the standings. I don't know if you can pull them up on screen, but leading the tournament, the Toronto Bulldogs and Connecticut Junior Rangers, and tied with them up top is the BC Junior Canucks. All 3 of these teams 3-1, nobody managing to go that perfect 4-0 in this tournament. The only thing separating them is actually goal differential. And the losses that the Connecticut Junior Rangers and BC Canucks have picked up have been in overtime, picking up that, I don't want to call it a pity point, but sometimes that is the name given to it.
Every game has to be worth 3 points, and that's what ends up happening.
For sure. Falling behind them, Toronto Pro Hockey, Western Selects, who we'll see here on the ice shortly. Team Minnesota, the Boston Junior Bruins, Team Brick Alberta, Detroit Junior Red Wings, Montreal Canadiens, Team Pennsylvania, CCM Chicago, and then the winless Saskatchewan Junior Pats at 0-3, and Manitoba Junior Ice at 0-4. So, you know what? It is still a tight tournament, with the only team having more than 9 points being those Toronto Bulldogs. So, safe to say, Toronto with a win or even probably an overtime loss can advance to our playoff rounds, but it's a tight race in behind them.
Feels like that sweet spot will probably be somewhere around 10 points at the end of the day, and so Toronto, they've been a very strong team throughout this tournament, and so the margin of error for them is relatively large. We'll see what today has in store.
They also lead this tournament in mascot appearances. I know you're not a big fan of their mascot, Champ, but you know, don't mess with success, and Champ has been bringing them that.
Absolutely. Champ and I have a complicated relationship. We'll leave it at that.
But so I also have your individual player stats. Remember, this is a team game, but individual stats certainly don't hurt. Leading the tournament in points is Braden Jagnoth of the BC Junior Canucks. Tied with him is Scott Easton of the Western Selects. And Scott, who we'll see here shortly, only doing so in 3 games. 4 goals in 3 games for the young man.
Yeah, it's been a tremendous performance by so many in this tournament. And Easton Scott's certainly one of those players, and we look forward to seeing all the selects back in action. I've liked that line with Silas Gabriel and Charlie Fox. Just been fantastic for the selects so far.
Silas Gabriel, as we've pointed out numerous times, has a little bit of flair to him, rocking that gold stick tape. I've been informed it's gold, not yellow.
Well, there you go. It's definitely got a bit of a je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, and then leading the tournament in points is Maxwell Podofsky of the Boston Junior Bruins, Duncan Brando and Ethan Zhang. Leading in points, 1 goal and 5 assists apiece. Try to combine those words in my mouth there. And then we got Braden Jugnoth, as we mentioned, of the BC Junior Canucks, Jack Cross of the Connecticut Junior Rangers, all tied with 6 points. Lots of guys on 1 goal, 5 assists. Emphasizing the fact that this is a team tournament. They're trying to get as many points to people as we can.
Absolutely, and we see there a look at the Pennsylvania goal where that's James Cadden, who I don't believe we've seen, at least as a broadcast partner tandem, manning the pipes for Pennsylvania so far. And we've got a couple of officials to tell you about now.
So we are being told our referees are number 11, Dallas Bozak, and number 0, Norm Shaw. Norm Shaw is the last remaining official from year 1 of the Brick. He is a WHL and AHL referee out of Chestermere, and the only official to have watched over 100 games and officiated over 100 games here at the Brick Invitational.
Yeah, wow, that's a pretty impressive thing there for Norm Shaw. Congratulations. Wow, 100 games here at the Brick as a referee and linesman. That's just fantastic.
Yeah, you do have the combined officials here. With it being a smaller ice surface, don't want to get in the way of these skilled players. So we've got our referees dressed in the red and black stripes. You don't have to be too confused because we got the Western Selects here in their away white uniforms. Sometimes it's a little hard to tell them apart when they got those home unis on.
Caught me a little bit off guard yesterday for sure when the selects were wearing their red jerseys and also the referees were wearing red. It was a little bit confusing. You see there on the screen now our standings for the tournament so far that Conrad just mentioned. You can see the Bulldogs, the Rangers, and the Canucks all at the top with, I believe, 13 points.
So as Mike announced, that sweet spot probably is either the 10 or 9 point mark. So if I had to make my decision, I think the Bulldogs are in, and you're going to see one of either the Connecticut Junior Rangers or the BC Junior Canucks. And I'm going to say the Western Selects probably make it in. They're on 6 points with only 3 games played. Team Minnesota and the Boston Junior Bruins and Brick Alberta and the Red Wings all sitting on 6. So I would love to see I think one of the more interesting stories of this round will be if the Detroit Junior Red Wings manage to sneak in after having to play 3 games on day 2.
That would be amazing.
But we are going to head to ice level now for our national anthems here on our Canada Day edition of the Brick Tournament.
We'll see you in a moment. Happy birthday, Jerome McGinley, and happy birthday, Canada, as well. We are here on this Friday morning at West Edmonton Mall. Mike Gould alongside Conrad Krausert here on ASTV at the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament, where it's the Western Selects taking on Team Pennsylvania. Conrad, how are you this morning?
I'm doing really well, but I do have to apologize. Norm Shaw actually here of Edmonton, Alberta. It said linesman. I just can't learn how to read. You think in 29 years of life they would have taught me. But, you know, I'm really excited. These players all having to play 2 games today to get to that final 5-game mark. And, you know, it's really going to be a push for both of these teams to try and make it into that playoff over the weekend.
We're excited to be here. Both these teams are pumped. We've got some fans still trickling in here at West Edmonton Mall, and it should be a good one on this Friday morning.
I think any family that's been involved in hockey, whether that's here north of the border or down south, understands that we've always had these ice times, these early morning ice times, whether that's for practice or for today like a game. You got to be used to this if you are a hockey parent, and the players on the ice probably used to it too.
12 minutes on the clock. The first period is just about to start here at West Edmonton Mall, here at the Ice Palace under the big window dome here at the center of this Coliseum of Commerce in West Edmonton.
and apologize if we don't quite get the names out as quickly as Mike mentioned, we do have this big, beautiful dome ceiling, but the early morning sunrise right into our broadcast location, not into the players' eyes, just into ours.
Yeah, my goodness, holy mackerel. The glare here is something to behold on this Friday morning, but nevertheless, we are underway here at the Ice Palace, and up top, the puck hops over O'Rourke's stick. He has to go back into his own zone to try and pick it up.
So I talked with some of the parents and players from this Western Selects team, and they said it's almost like you're playing outdoors on the pond on this surface, just with how much glare there is.
Now Gabriel cutting down the right side, finds O'Rourke up top. O'Rourke hesitates, and now fires a shot toward the goal. It's seen all the way. Easy pickings there for the starting goaltender for Team Pennsylvania. I believe that's Justin Saulnier between the pipes for the PA team, and indeed it is, wearing number 82.
Passing that puck off to Norm Shaw. Norm, thank you very much for supporting this huge tournament. 100 games at any level is no easy task, let alone an invitational tournament like this.
Yeah, it gets your legs a workout over there, is to be certain. And Norm Shaw back here after being in year one of this tournament as an official. And now Team Pennsylvania is driving wide. With it up top now is Thomas. Thomas hands it off, and now a shot from the right side is seen all the way by the starting goaltender for the Selects, Aiden Jones, who we've seen make an impression throughout this tournament.
For sure, small in stature, but very athletic. Plays much bigger than his height would indicate.
Face-off upcoming in the offensive zone for Pennsylvania. That's Pearsall lining up to take the draw, but it's won by the Selects. Sent over to the far side. Comes up top where it's kept in by Team PA. Now down the right side, they advance it down low. It bounces off the side of the net. And the Selects take over. On the far side, it's Scott, who you mentioned off the top. Duncan down the left side. Duncan cutting in and had the puck sticked away from him there by David Chappelle. Now.
Duncan wearing the iconic number 0.
Of course, it's a distinctive number for sure. Now it comes up top, and that D-to-D pass escapes the zone. Springer on the puck. Springer advances it forward, comes down the right side, fires a shot, and a glove save made there by the goaltender Justin Saulnier, who covers up for Pennsylvania.
For those of you who don't follow Mike Gould on Twitter, you might not know this, but Mike, you're quite the jersey aficionado. What do you think of the unis we've got on today? We've got a very all-star inspired look coming out from the Selects, and also Minnesota Golden Gopher feel to the Pennsylvania jerseys.
Yeah, they are certainly a little bit more modern, I would say, but I like both teams' looks in this game, and I like this more than the all-red look for the Selects they debuted yesterday. Now Lee coming back the other way for the Selects. Lee down the right side, cutting back, and now it's turned over and comes out to the neutral zone. Back on it is Beldy for the Selects. Beldy hands it off for his teammate Max Hoft, and he fires it up the near side. That pass escapes Yang, goes all the way down the ice, no call on the play. Forbes then after it, hands it off for Yang. Yang up top, but that one's picked off by Pennsylvania.
Looking for one of the Lee twins out front. Couple sets of twins in this tournament.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a family affair here at the Brick, and now streaking after it for Pennsylvania's Carlson. Carlson down low is angled off the puck. Pennsylvania still on it, but now the Selects take over, and with it down the near side is Forbes. Forbes now down low, battling for it. Forbes trying to get it up top, and he does. It's kept in, long shot there, sails wide, and now into the near corner trying to find it is Trost. Trost helped out by Gabriel, but it's Pennsylvania taking over, and they look to advance it up the ice. But coming off the bench is Fox. Fox down low in front, and that one just missed Trost. Now Pennsylvania gets it up to center ice, and they come down the right side. That's Georgie who fires a shot, bounces off a stick and into the far side corner.
Seen this a couple times in the tournament. Fox is big and tall, and that causes a size mismatch. Sometimes goes through players rather than around them.
Now Thomas couldn't pull the trigger from the slot there, and the Selects get it up to the point, kept in by Chappelle. Second try, the Selects will get it out to safety, and it just crosses the blue line. Here they come, it's Fox. Fox fires a shot that just misses the net. Now another long drive is turned aside there by Saulnier. Gabriel gets it up top, kept in by Lee. Lee's shot is blocked by Pennsylvania. Fox jamming away at it, has his cross, but now it's Pennsylvania on the puck. Out at center, Flumy has it taken away from him by the Select. Now it comes down the near side. Fox trying to play it, and Trost hammers it in. Selects have to tag up. Now Pennsylvania on it, and it's sent up the far side where Duncan intercepts. Here's Duncan down the left. Stops up, looks for help. Has O'Rourke at the point, but he misses him with that pass, and now O'Rourke has to retreat back to center ice.
I don't know if he was looking for O'Rourke or rather Zhang streaking in off the bench, but couldn't find either.
Now Pennsylvania back on the puck in their own zone. They rivet around the near side and all the way out to center ice. Giving chase now is Brenneman. Helped out there by Pearsall. Pearsall streaking in, comes outside, and now it's Becker on it. Becker entering the zone down the left side, but Brunetti was still in the zone. That's an offside against Pennsylvania.
A little bit stop and start stuttery here to open this game. We got one of our board members quickly making the dash across the ice from the penalty box. Thankfully, not having scoreboard issues like we did witness early yesterday.
That caused quite the delay in one of our earlier games here in the day 2 of the 33rd Brick Invitational Tournament. Now Brenneman making moves, but has the puck knocked off his stick by the Selects. Selects looking to advance up the near side, kept into the point. Long shot, they score! Easton Reichart might have gone off the skate of a Selects player, and Pennsylvania takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, there were some frustrated Selects there, but the point shot bounces off a couple shin pads and skates, but finds its way to the back of the twine.
I believe that will be Reichardt's goal. He took the shot from the left point, definitely hit something en route, and found its way past the goaltender, Aiden Jones. It's 1-0 for PA. Off the draw, Pennsylvania advances it forward. The Selects back on it. They can't clear the zone. Brenneman sends it down low, and now Dan on it for the Selects. Dan with the puck, gets it head for Trost. Trost down the near side, fires it in. Gabriel giving chase. Gabriel beaten there though. Now Fox in front, Trost shoots on a save made there by Saulnier.
Saulnier drops into that butterfly a little bit early for my liking, but being a taller goalie in this tournament does allow for him to cover more of the top of that net, even when down in that butterfly.
Now Georgie looking for that puck. It's sent down low, and Georgie has it again. In front, Carlson couldn't get the shot on goal. Now Gabriel out to center for Trost. Trost one-on-one, makes a nice move. Trost on goal, shoots, scores! Brody Trost, oh my word! One of the goals of the tournament so far. He ties it up 1-1.
Immediately goes to the fan section for that flyby, and he'll come now get the flyby from his teammates. What an individual effort in front of net. Quick hands, quick shot, finds the back of the net.
I can't believe Brody Trost got that puck past the Pennsylvania defense, but my goodness, what a goal. And he makes it 1-1 here midway through this first period.
That is the big line here for the Selects, that line of Trost. And it does shift between Fox and a couple of the other forwards, but certainly a dangerous line there for the Selects.
Now the Selects back on it in their own zone. It comes up the near side, and Pennsylvania forces a turnover. Pearsall down low, pass it out in front. The Selects knock it away. Now Yang pass it off the skate of Forbes, who gives chase. Forbes after that puck, bumped off it by Pennsylvania. Up the near side, kept in by Hoff. Hoff's long shot trickles wide. Now Lee down low. Lee in front, and that pass didn't quite reach to Yang, and now Pennsylvania takes over. Flumy dumps it in and goes off for a line change. Hunter gives chase for Pennsylvania. Back on it first is the Selects, but Pennsylvania forced the turnover. Pass in front is picked off by the Western Selects. Selects try to clear it out to center, and they will. It's sent up ahead to Duncan. Duncan down the right side, surveys, and sends it up to the point where it's kept in by O'Rourke. Duncan finds his man Lee up top. Lee's shot blocked en route. Now another chance. Selects poking away at it, and they can't get it on goal. O'Rourke with it. Fires a shot that goes off Brenneman and into the far corner. Now it's backhanded toward the goal. Selects still hammering away at that puck, but they can't get it on net.
Brenneman going off for a line change. Took a puck to the back of the knee on the block.
Now on it for Pennsylvania as Brunetti gets it up top to Reichart, the goal scorer for PA in this game. Sent down low, but it escapes Carlson, and now Lee on the puck. Comes out to center. Pennsylvania looking to break it back in. Carlson spins, his pass is picked off, and here comes Scott. Scott down the right side, fires a shot, and a glove save made there by Pennsylvania's goaltender, Saulnier, who elects to dish it off, and now his teammates looking to clear the zone.
Almost looked like his line mates were expecting the whistle, stopped moving their feet. Official said there was no one providing pressure, so allowed the goaltender to play it.
And now Pennsylvania gets it out of their own zone, just barely. Sent back in, and it glances off Gabriel, so there will be an offside call, then a face-off in the neutral zone.
Yeah, this big line of Gabriel, Trost, and the big, tall centerman Fox definitely provide a lot of jump for this Western Select squad.
Face-off in the neutral zone was won by the Selects, but now Pennsylvania takes over, and down the right side, Georgie has it. Gets it up top. It's returned back to him. Georgie into the middle, and it's knocked down by Pearson. Carlson up top. Sends it down low for Georgie. Georgie battling. It's taken away by Dan. Dan gets it up ahead to Trost. Trost pass goes up ahead to Fox. Here comes Fox down the right side with speed. Now Fox loses control, and Pennsylvania takes over. Sent down to center ice. Carlson down the right side, dumps it in, goes off for a line change. On it now is Dan. Dan with the puck, surveys up ice, and now loses control. Flumey on it. Flumey has Halliday in the slot. That pass into the middle is picked off though by Dan, but he turns it over one more time. Flumey to Halliday, shoots, and a save is made there by Aiden Jones.
The big, tall Flumey wearing number 97, trying to will his team in, just like Connor McDavid does so often wearing that number.
Now a Pennsylvania player is dropped from behind. No call, and the Selects managed to get it out to center. Now a race, look out, here's Gabriel on goal, shoots, and a pad save made there by Pennsylvania's goaltender. That's Justin Saulnier.
Trapped under his skate, didn't know where it was. Lucky he didn't skate backwards into the net. We've seen that a couple times at different levels of hockey where it's stuck under the pad, goaltender doesn't know, shuffles back into his own net for the goal.
2:04 to play in this first period.
And I gotta say, I do love how Pennsylvania has the logos of both their NHL teams on the shoulders on both jerseys, not choosing one over the other. Happy to support both.
Certainly a nice touch, and now the puck comes out in front. Lee gets it over to Forbes. Lee battling for it down low. Lee, Forbes, but Pennsylvania comes away with it only for a moment. Now Forbes gets it out top. Beldy hammered a shot, but he misfired. And now Pennsylvania gets it out to center. They might have a 2-on-1. Pass in front, and it's deflected on goal. The save is made there. And now the Selects get it out to center ice where it's Bros on it. Rowan Bros over to Reichart. Gets it up ahead to Brenneman, who's bumped off the puck. They're going to call a penalty against Max Hoft.
Brenneman having to adjust his helmet over that long flowing hair. You got to remember, usually the players do grow their hair out over the summer tournaments, get that hockey hair going, trim it down generally before the winter season starts so that helmets fits a little bit better, but you know, certainly an identifiable feature.
And now Pennsylvania heading to this game's first power play, looking to make something going here and take a lead perhaps. Up top it's Pelly. Long shot deflected just wide there by Carlson. PA on the puck. It comes up top for Hunter. Hunter sends it down low. PA on it at the left circle. Sent in front. A one-timer. They score!
Quality cross-ice pass. Goes through a couple skates, couple sticks, and managed to bang it home.
Georgie finds Thomas in front. And number 21 in yellow, one times it past the goaltender Aiden Jones to put Pennsylvania on top by 1.
You know, we had a couple games yesterday where we were seeing 1-1 matchups deep into the games going to overtimes, but neither of these teams seems to want to let the goaltender be the deciding factor. Wanting to see how many goals we can score.
It's 2-1 here with less than a minute to play in this first period. Duncan bringing it back the other way. That pass in front is knocked away by Chappelle. Now both teams jostling along the far side boards. Zhang trying to take it free for the Selects. Scott's long shot deflects high and just wide of the goal. Pennsylvania on it, gets it up the near side. O'Rourke keeps it alive. O'Rourke's shot caroms off Brenneman's skate and back out to center ice.
That's Brenneman's second block and a drawn penalty leading to that goal.
Brenneman making an impact in more ways than one. Puck kept in by O'Rourke for a moment. Now it's brought up to center by PA. Flumey through the middle as the puck poked off his stick, and now he hands it back to Halliday. Halliday, Pearsall coming off the bench, sends it around, and now Flumey after it. Kept in the point, sent down low. O'Rourke after it. Now it's Halliday, chips it for Pearsall. Pearsall couldn't find it, it won't matter. The period has expired after one frame here to open this game at the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament. It's Team Pennsylvania leading the Western Selects 2-1.
It says 1-1. Oh, they got it updated here in the scoreboard now in stadium. And you know what? End-to-end action, but it hasn't been choppy. It's been flowing end-to-end. It's nice to see this early in the morning.
Most recent goal scored by Gavin Thomas for Pennsylvania to put them ahead of the Selects 2-1. Shots actually favoring the Selects 6-5 so far here at the West Edmonton Mall Ice Palace.
But I'd argue that shot attempts might be the other way. The Selects have had a lot of shots bouncing off shin pads. As I mentioned, you had number 17, James Holliday IV, taking quite a few, one to the back of the knee, and a couple off the feet and shin pads.
I believe the player you actually mean to refer to as Zachary Brenneman.
You are correct. You know, eventually I will get one of these right.
It's all right, Conrad. You've been doing just great. I'm Mike Gould here alongside Conrad Krausert here on ASTV, bringing you action at the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament on this Friday morning here at West Edmonton Mall. Second period coming right up, and the Western Selects, what do they need to do to tie this game, Conrad?
Play the same way they've been playing. Both teams have been playing very good. Maybe shore up the defensive zone a little bit, but when your talent is in your forward group, you want to spend as much time in the O-zone as possible. So maybe try and work on that cycle. Get these players, Gabriel, Fox, Prost, and the other members of this squad, moving the puck in the offensive zone, trying to maintain possession in dangerous areas rather than just get the shots off the rush.
Best defense is a good offense. We'll see if the Selects can put that methodology to the test.
And a great glove save by our play-by-play man, Mike Gould. I don't know if we caught that one on the camera, but Mike whipping out that left hand as if he was on the ice.
That's not even my strong hand, but I nevertheless made the catch. That was quite something over here, as that's a good way to wake you up. Now the Selects dump the puck in, and Fox giving chase over in the far side corner. Pennsylvania advances it forward. And now it's Flumey who one-times it into the zone, goes off for a change.
Just a reminder, that forward bench of both of these teams for the second period deep into the offensive zone, so a little bit harder to make those forward changes.
And now the Pennsylvania team looking to bring it out. They do. They might have a fragmented 2-on-1, but no. Georgie jumped in just a bit too far, or just a bit too fast, and they're going to call that offside against Pennsylvania.
Only half a step, but the ever vigilant eyes of our linesman / referee. All in all, official Norm Shaw, still sharp after 33 years here at this tournament.
Face-off in the neutral zone is won by Pennsylvania, and Hunter dumps it in deep. Dan gives chase, and now over the near side, pardon me, the far side, it's sent in by Yang. Forbes gives chase down low for the Selects. Forbes is knocked to the ice. Yang comes in to help. Yang reverses it down low, and Forbes is after it, sends it up top, but it's intercepted by Pennsylvania. And it's brought up to center. Here comes Georgie. Georgie down the right side. Stops up and looks for help up top. Georgie still has it down low. Up top, finds his man. A shot. That one just sails high off the stick of Chappelle. Now it's Hunter, who hands it off down low, but it's picked off by Dan for the Select. He goes D-to-D with that pass. Selects up the middle. They find Forbes. There comes Forbes into the O-zone. Forbes cutting wide. Angled off there nicely by the Pennsylvania defense. And now out to center. Down the right side comes Golnack. Golnack hands it off. Here's a chance. The drop pass, and Chappelle couldn't one-time that one. Now out to center. Scott is just offside there as he backed into the zone. So back-to-back close offside calls here in the first 2 minutes of this middle period.
The ever-vigilant Norm Shaw is going to take him all the way back. Duncan beating himself up a little bit. You can see him shaking his head, feeling that pass could have been a little bit better and would have led to a great scoring chance.
Off the neutral zone draw, it's Pennsylvania who comes away with the puck, and here's Pelly with it. Pelly advances forward, but it's taken away by the Selects, and now Zhang dumps it in.
Zhang might have a big black puck mark on that visor that he is wearing. Some people call it the fishbowl.
And now it's Brunetti up the near side, sends it up ahead. That one bounced past Brenneman. And now giving chase is the Selects, but Brenneman gets there first. Brenneman down low, tries a wrap run. Oh, that was close. The rebound's loose. They score! Flume!
And what a hard work play by Brenneman. As I mentioned, 2 block shots, 1 drawed penalty, and now you can add an assist to that total.
Well, I think it's safe to say Zachary Brenneman is making an early case to be included on our 3 stars of the game ballot. Fantastic showing so far for number 17 in gold.
Pelly getting a round of high fives, but you saw number 17 getting absolutely mobbed for his hard work. Pucks in deep, providing not just the main talking point for these players.
D'Angelo Flume, Johnny on the spot as that long shot by the Selects just deflected wide. And now Pennsylvania looks to break it out. They do so. That's Halliday down the left. Here comes Halliday with Flume. Halliday at the circle in front, and that one's sticked aside by Jones. Down low in front. Here's a chance. Now it's knocked away by the Select, and they bring it out to center. Fox over to Trost. Back to Fox, and it's taken away from him by Flume, but Fox steals it right back. Fox down low, helped out. Comes up top. Now it's passed over to Beldy. Beldy's long shot is blocked, and now Pennsylvania sends it ahead. Here's Flume down the right side. He backhands it in. Back on it is Beldy. Beldy's long stretch pass connects. Here's Gabriel. Gabriel down the left side, backhands it toward the goal. Oh, it's deflected there by Trost, and a save is made by Saulnier.
And just as important as the save, cleared out all the way to center ice. That was by number 8, Brody Hunter, but we are going to see a penalty call here.
Yeah, Gabriel was upended, and Pennsylvania is going to go down by a player here with 8:16 on the clock in this second period.
Carlson knew it immediately. See him kind of beating himself up, giving a shake of the head, and
he's heading off. Number 90 will sit for as much as 2 minutes here, as the Western Selects will have a chance to go up by a player and try and cut this PA lead to 1. Duncan on the puck, hands it off to Lee. Lee goes over to the right point, unable to keep in that pass. There was O'Rourke, and the coaching staff for the Selects throw their hands up in frustration as Pennsylvania fires a shot on goal that was sticked aside by Jones.
O'Rourke has been so sure with the stick to this point in the tournament, has been their power play quarterback. But
I think it was a difficult pass for him to corral, as now the draw pass picked off, and now Lee has to go back and get it. Lee on it, fires one towards Scott. Scott receives it, kicks it up to his stick, and now they enter in onside rather. Zhang down the left side, fires a pass in front. Oh, that was almost deflected in. Now it's covered up by Saulnier as Zhang was there trying to jam it free.
Saulnier keeping his torso very much upright. As I said, one of the taller goaltenders in this tournament. Shoulders well above the 6-foot crossbar, or 4-foot crossbar.
6-foot crossbar would be more like soccer, I think.
Yes, it would. 6x4. I had my dimensions wrong.
It happens. Now Lee up top fires a shot. Oh, that was deflected just wide by Trost. Fox on it down low. Fox surveys, finds his man O'Rourke up top. O'Rourke back to Fox on the right side. Fox fires, and that one's blocked. Comes back to O'Rourke, shoots, and a blocker save made there by Saulnier. Now it's Gabriel down low. Gabriel with the puck, coming up top. Looks for his man, finds him on the right side. It's Fox. Fox at the right circle, hesitates. Now fires a sharp angle shot that ricochets off the backside of the net.
I thought it had gone in, but as you said, off the backside.
Now O'Rourke up top, shoots, that one's deflected. Drost with the rebound, and a blocker save made there by Saulnier.
Smart shot by O'Rourke, had multiple layers of screens.
O'Rourke fires again. That one gets through traffic, and a save made by Saulnier, who presses it up against his pad to prevent any rebounds.
Allows his penalty killers to get the change. And I gotta say, impressive running of the power play here from the Western Selects.
Yeah, they've had a good recovery after what was a bit of a tricky start to this man advantage, and now they've managed to muster up some consistent zone time.
It does seem to be they're going to ride this first power play unit until the end of this 2 minutes.
Gabriel with it down low, has Springer up top. Gabriel elects to hold on, fires a sharp angle shot. That one's blocked en route. Now Dan on it, directs it toward the goal. Blocked there by Flumey. Fox, back to Dan, back to five-a-side hockey. Now it's Springer. Springer shoots, and a save made by Saulnier. Comes back to Springer, fires it in front, and that one just deflects high. Trost to Fox. Fox has it knocked off his stick, and the Pennsylvania team ices the puck with 5:57 to play in this second period.
And I think Pennsylvania will take that. Had one of their D-man hobbling after blocking a shot. That was number 15, Easton Reichart.
And as you mentioned, teams are allowed to make line changes after icing calls in this tournament.
Yeah, playing under the Alberta Minor Hockey Association rules. A little bit different than I've heard some of the teams in the States are used to, but they've come up here for tournaments a couple times. Most of these Northeastern teams have played each other in a tournament that took place in Toronto earlier in the winter.
Now Carlson trying to push it forward, but Dan cuts it off for the Select. Now the Selects bring it up to center. Here's Lee down the left side. Lee fires a shot, seen all the way by Saulnier, and he makes a pad save. Lee battling for it down low, trying to muscle it free, but he's met there by a couple of Pennsylvania players who push it up to the hash marks, not out. Lee keeps it in, sends it toward the goal, and it's cut off again by Pennsylvania. Hunter, his pass picked off by Dan. Dan backhands it toward the net, but it's knocked away by PA.
Dan, another one of the Select's power play quarterbacks.
Dan tries to keep it in, but he can't, and Georgie skates it out to center ice. Georgie on that puck, he backhands it in, and back on it for the Selects now is Springer. Springer over to Dan. Dan rims it up top, but it's kept in by Golnack as all the forwards have flown the zone. Now Dan brings it back out over to the right side. It's taken there by Yang. Yang at the right circle has a stick lifted by Brenneman. And PA with it one more time. Comes up to the line. Kept in by Springer, makes a nice move. Springer down low. Almost too many men there on the ice for the Selects, but I believe there were only 4 actually. The change had involved the players going off and not coming on yet.
I gotta say, someone else that's drawn my eye, number 8, Dan, wearing this number 8 that we are seeing of Conn Smythe winner Cale McCarr, where certainly seeing similarities in their game. Dan almost acting as a forward there on that break-in.
Down on the right side, Springer's shot from the neutral zone is seen all the way by Saulnier. He looks to cover up here with 4:10 on the clock in this second period.
You know what? I'm going to steal a phrase from Mike Tyson. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. The Selects need to get more bodies in front of some of these point shots. Give Saulnier a harder time seeing that puck as it comes towards the net.
Now at the point, it's Beldy with it. Beldy through traffic. That one ricochets off a knee, and now back on it is Halliday.
And it's like the Selects are listening to me. 3 layers of screens between the point shot.
And now Flumey enters the zone offside, so PA will have to take the next face-off in the neutral zone.
You do notice a little bit of a size differential. Other than Flume. Flume standing well above most of the players on the ice.
Selects back on it. That's Beldy who hands it off to his defense partner, and now it's sent up ahead to Duncan. Duncan spins and finds Beldy through the middle. Here comes Beldy, wheeling across the line, drops it for Scott. Scott's shot is deflected, and now it's sent back to the point, but not out. Handed off to Zhang. Zhang from a sharp angle. Oh, it was deflected just wide by the Selects. Duncan up top, finds Beldy. Beldy sends it back for Duncan. Pops over his stick, met there by Pearsall. Duncan trying to jar it free. And now he's helped out by Zhang, but Pennsylvania takes over. They'll get it past Beldy, and now on it is Pearsall. Pearsall down the left side. Pearsall directs it toward the goal. Deflects just wide, and now back on it is Hoft. Hoft wheeling through the middle. Sends it up ahead, and it's received there. Now Zhang on the left side. Zhang's shot deflects now off the blocker of the goaltender. And now it's sent off the back of the net in the Pennsylvania zone. Lee up top with the shot. That one deflects toward the goal, and on the doorstep there was Scott, but he couldn't get it past Saulnier.
Scott looking for his 5th goal of the tournament, as we mentioned in our pregame.
Now PA takes over. They'll look to clear as up the near side, taking it now is Carlson, but the Selects quickly take it away and dump it back in. Pelly on the puck. Pelly up ahead, finds his man, deflected in there by Georgie, and O'Rourke back on it for the Selects. O'Rourke up for Carlson, who intercepts for Pennsylvania. Carlson in the middle, sticked away there by Jones, and another try there by Pennsylvania was knocked away by the Selects defense. Now Trost is upended, and a penalty coming up against Team PA. Gabriel with a shot. That one didn't miss by much. Now Trost off the carom, extra skater on the ice for the Selects. Long shot there, deflected on goal, and a pad save is made by Saulnier. Pennsylvania touches the puck, and they'll go down by a player.
It looks like it's Thomas heading to the box. Unfortunately got his stick into the skates of the Selects player trying to break out. Just is the way things go. Sometimes as you fall into the ice, that stick gets a little bit out of control. Long line change here from PA.
Exactly, 2 minutes on the clock, 2 minutes on the power play as well, as O'Rourke has it up top. Long shot deflected on goal there by Trost. Nothing doing. Saulnier makes the save.
And it looks like there is just a little bit of off sync. So if there is not a goal scored here, there will be 0.5 seconds of a power play running over into that 3rd period.
Now Lee up top. Lee sends it down low. Trost receives it. Trost at the bottom of the circle. Finds Lee. Sends it down low for Gabriel. Gabriel finds Fox in front, and Trost deflects it just wide. Now Lee from a sharp angle. Pad save made there by Saulnier. And now Gabriel circling down low. Gabriel up top finds Fox. O'Rourke receives the one-time pass. Hammers it toward the goal. Blocked. Lee shoots and just misses. Now Fox on it. Tries to settle the puck down. Fox finally does from his knees. Can't get it to O'Rourke, and it's sent all the way down the ice by PA.
Olnak had an option to go and chase that puck down, but instead takes the safe line change.
Now it's kept in by PA. Down the near side. They're going to try and eat as much time as possible off this penalty. Georgie with it down low now. Georgie helped out by Pearsall. Georgie making moves, loses the handle on it, and now Gabriel tries to take it away for the Selects. It's moved up ahead by the Selects. Down the near side, it's Trost who tries to find it, but instead it's the Pennsylvania team that takes it away and fires him all the way down the ice.
And you've seen a line change or a lineup change here for the Selects. They elected to send out Easton Scott instead of Charlie Fox on that first power play unit.
Now O'Rourke down the right side. O'Rourke cutting in down low. O'Rourke with just a few seconds left in this period. O'Rourke fires a shot that's gloved and held onto by Saulnier for a face-off with 5.8 on the clock.
Saulnier not electing to make the flashier saves. As I say that, he flips it onto the top of the webbing of his gloves, but making sure to make the sure save, not necessarily making it the fanciest you've ever seen.
Pennsylvania's goaltender has stopped 14 of the 15 shots he has faced in this game to this point. Ozone draw there is a bit of a scramble. Duncan had it for a moment, knocked off his stick, and that will do it. Second period is behind us. After 2, it's Pennsylvania leading the Selects 3-1.
So if you're the Selects here, you're starting to get those shots to net. you do have that multiple layers of screens. But somebody who we've made mention of in our previous games that I have only said his name once or twice is Charlie Fox. Charlie Fox has been a thorn in the sides of every other team, but is almost a little bit invisible here on the ice today.
We'll see more of Charlie Fox, I'm sure, in that third period as the Selects look to come back from this 2-goal deficit with 15 minutes on the clock in that final frame. We will be back for some intermission coverage of this game at the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament. Here on ASTV, Mike Gould, Conrad Krausert. We'll see you in just a few moments.
Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mountain Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment. Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mountain Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ice Palace here at West Edmonton Mall. We are through 2 periods of play, and the Selects currently trailing the Pennsylvania Brick team by a score of 3-1. We got some highlights here for you. Let's run you through it in case you missed it. First goal was early, coming from a long point from the point. We believe that's Reichert, if my brain is fully remembering. Saw a few tips in front of the net, but that was the goal to open up our scoring. I've made a talking point of this multiple times, multiple layers of screens, making it hard on goaltending to see the puck. You got to remember, these guys, some of them not as tall, harder to look around legs and bodies, trying to get an eye on that puck, and I don't think there was a single eye on the puck there. Ends up being our first goal of the game. Selects, I believe, came back, tied the score at 1-1, but rather, or no, did it go 2-1? No, this is the Selects goal. You know, it's early here on Canada Day. Oh yeah, it was the nice move from number 95, Brody Trost, getting towards goal. As Mike and I said on the broadcast, we couldn't believe he had weaved his way through the defense there to get to goal. What a goal. Their only marker so far. So we got 2 more Pennsylvania goals coming at you. And I believe this is the Gavin Thomas goal first. Late in that first period. Hard work along the boards. I know that was the goal by Zachary Brenneman at the side of the net on the power play. Or no, assist by Zachary Brenneman. Oh my goodness. But Zachary Brenneman is all over this game. His fingerprint can be traced to that power play goal as he drew the penalty that led to that goal. That marker making it 2-1. Then our last goal coming up here from Pennsylvania. Let's show you how that one came to be. Just a build up the ice. Nice long through pass. Looked like it was going to go all the way in, but no. Chase down. Guess who? Zachary Brenneman gets it out front. And Johnny on the spot, or should I say D'Angelo on the spot. D'Angelo Flume tucking that one behind the Selects goaltender. Oh, what an opportunity here. Now if I'm the Selects, I want to take a page out of the Pennsylvania playbook. Get layers upon layers upon layers between the shot and the goalie. Whether that puck's going to bounce in off a defender's leg, off the stick of your player in net, doing their best Joel Pavelski impersonation, or whether it just can't be seen and it ends up a goal to a defender, it doesn't matter. You need to get 2, and you need to get them quickly to put the pressure on to try and get that regulation 3 points. As we mentioned, both of these teams are at 2-1, and that regulation win worth a huge 3 points. So let's let our voices get a little bit of a break. Let you go get your cup of coffee ready for the third, because the players will be bringing you all the energy. Hope you can match it. Hope we can match it here in the booth. For myself, Connor Trousert, we'll see Mike Gould here shortly, and we'll get you to that third period of hockey here on AS.
Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mountain Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
Welcome back here to the Ice Palace at West Edmonton Mall for your 33rd annual Brick Invitational. Here we are, day 3, decision day. The Selects trying to erase a 2-goal deficit to force overtime, get some points out of this game, get closer to that magic number. I'm Conrad Krasert here with you with Mike Gould, who will be taking over for your play-by-play. But here we are, puck dropped, and we are back to 5-on-5.
Indeed we are, Conrad, and it's Pennsylvania leading 3-1 over the Selects early in the third period of this one.
Oh, and it did look like we put the 12 minutes up on the board. We're going to have to get that looked after.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that'll be the case. That's kind of interesting. It
is in the tournament rulebook. It must be a 15-minute third period.
Well, there you go. Up the near side, the puck comes up to the blue line, and Pennsylvania gets it out to safety. Dumped in by Carlson, and now the Selects are back on it. O'Rourke looking up ice. Finds his man down the left side. It's Scott with speed. Here comes Scott. Through the middle left pass. Knocked away by Zhang. Now it's taken over by Duncan, who gets it up top for Lee. Lee through traffic. Deflected just wide there by Scott. Close call there for number 16 and White, who has caught your eye, Conrad.
Leading the tournament in goal scoring with 4 goals. Looking for his 5th in 4 games.
Now look out. O'Rourke hammered a shot there that caught Scott up high, and it's sent all the way down the ice by Pennsylvania, so there will be an icing call here with, well, it says on the clock 10:57 remaining in the third period. It'll actually be changed now to 13:57. That has been rectified, and good call, Conrad, as he mentioned the tournament rulebook stipulates must be a 15-minute third period.
You know, and it's that 50 minutes after a fresh flood, and we had some issues with pooling water on the ice yesterday, but the ice looks very good today. Big shout out to our ice crew. They did make the ice a little bit thicker down behind the nets.
Not surprised by that, and it does seem a lot better today than it was yesterday. And it was certainly playable yesterday, but today it looks just fantastic. Now a shot is turned aside there by Aiden Jones, making his first stop of this third period. Now it's brought out to safety. Here come the select. It's Gabriel. Gabriel fires, and a block there. Nice shin pad getting in the way of it there by Team Pennsylvania's Rowan Bros.
But Gabriel trying to get as many layers of those screens through those shots. It's almost like they were listening to my second intermission notes.
Now Trost deflects one just wide. Trost sends it down low for Gabriel, just missed him. And Pennsylvania looking for it along the far side boards. They get it out to Brenneman. Here comes Brenneman out at center ice. Brenneman one-on-one makes a move. Brenneman toward the goal, and it just went out of his reach. Was covered up by Aiden Jones.
Oh my God, Zachary Brenneman certainly, I think he has to be the tail of the game almost. I'm counting 3 block shots, 1 assist, and a drawn penalty leading to a goal.
Now off the face-off. It's sent around the net by the Selects. They look to advance it forward, and they do. And now it's sent towards Forbes. Forbes fires a shot. Stick save made there by the goaltender, Justin Saulnier, and now a whistle blown. There's going to be a penalty called on the play, and it's going to be a head contact call.
Reminder, there are 2 different head contact penalties in the junior rule book. There is a 2-minute and a 4-minute variety. Will just be 2 minutes here assessed to David Chappelle.
Face-off upcoming in the offensive zone for the Selects.
Select's got to take advantage of this man advantage.
No doubt. They're out shooting Pennsylvania 16-9 in this one, but they trail 3-1. 16-9 are both perfect squares. Hey, how about that? A little bit of math information here on this day 3 of the 33rd annual Brick Invitational.
And you bug me about my wordplay.
We've seen all sorts of perfect squares projected on the ice surface here too. From the
goodness.
skylight here at West Edmonton Mall's Ice Palace. Now a turnover. Pearsall lost control to Scott. Scott dishes it off to Lee, and now Lee sends it through the middle for Duncan. Duncan hands it off to Zhang. Now from the left side, a shot there, deflects way high out of play. Bounces off one of the pillars. Those pillars are coated with, I believe, tempered glass, and luckily that one didn't shatter.
Tempered glass and LEDs.
Yeah, that's the sort of shot that can cause some damage in the right situation.
So we do have to make mention, I mentioned it briefly in the first, but they have swapped up their power play units, swapping Charlie Fox and Easton Scott from the first and second units.
Now O'Rourke has it up top. Long shot deflected. Doesn't go on goal. Fox down low. Fox in front. That one's knocked away by Pennsylvania. They are unable to clear, though. Gabriel gets it to Lee. Lee hammers one. Deflects on goal. And a great save made there by Saulnier, who tracked it through the traffic and got his glove onto it.
Saulnier, if he can see it, he can stop it. And he's doing a good job of looking through some of the legs and around some of these screens.
Saulnier wearing 82. Might make 82 saves in this game at this rate. He's facing a ton of rubber from the Selects, and now it's Gabriel on it at the left circle. Gets it up top for Lee. Hands it back off to Gabriel. Gabriel fires it in front. Oh, and Fox was on the doorstep. Close call there. You said you expected to see more from Fox in this period, and he has the puck now. Fox in front, unable to reach Gabriel, and now creeping in his Lee down the left side. Lee down low, has a lot of options, has O'Rourke up top. Lee finds O'Rourke. Oh, and it went between his wickets. Close call there for number 24 in white. And he fires it quickly back up to Gabriel.
Saw a look of frustration from the coaches. Second time O'Rourke's been mishandled a pass between 2 D-men.
Now down low, Pennsylvania has it taken away by Gabriel, who falls to the ice. No call up coming, and now Gabriel with it down low. Gabriel up top finds O'Rourke. O'Rourke can't control it, and it comes back out to center. O'Rourke is frustrated. Now it's backhanded all the way down the ice by Pennsylvania. That will go for an icing against PA.
Yeah, we're back to 5-on-5. No longer on the penalty kill, so you can get that icing call.
10:31 on the clock here in this third period. Selects out shooting Pennsylvania 17-9, but they remain down 3-1.
So we mentioned a couple times in this game, Norm Shaw former WHL and AHL referee. Last refereed at that level in 2008, but is making sure to give these players that pro treatment here at the Brick Invitational.
And the puck is caught on the top of the boards, finally brought down by the Select. Now it's taken over by Pearsall, who gets it forward for Flumey. Flumey up for Halliday. Halliday down the left side, spins, fires a pass, and driving to try and receive it was Pearsall. Now it's sent out to center by the Select and all the way into the Pennsylvania zone. PA with it. They get it out to Halliday. Halliday ahead. That one was just out of the reach of Flumey, but now Halliday brings it in onside. Jones sticks it into the corner, and Springer advances it. Kept in by Reichart. Reichart sends it down. Taken there by Dan. Dan pushes it forward, but taken over by Pennsylvania. Now skating onto it for the Select is Nash Springer. Springer can't get it past his man on the near side boards, and PA will try to jam it free, and they do. Giving chase now for Pennsylvania, Zachary Brenneman. Brenneman on it down low. Brenneman circling away from some defenders. Now fans on the pass, and the Selects take over. Forbes muscles it to center. Now Brenneman back on him. Hands it off to Brunetti. Brunetti in 1-on-5. Now he dishes it back to his one supporter. And he gets it back below the goal line. Brunetti making moves. Brunetti on goal and forces Jones to make a nice save.
You know, I don't want to harp on this too much, but Norm Shaw, our official here in today's game, making sure that post is securely in place, actually was playing lacrosse competitively in a men's league until the age of 49.
Wow.
That's impressive. Tom Brady's hoping he's playing in the NFL that long.
Yeah, those are some Yarmer Yager numbers. That's a name that some fans in Pennsylvania would surely appreciate, as he played for both of the teams in that state. Now Scott can't get it out. Pennsylvania sends it back down low. Pennsylvania after that puck. Carlson gives chase. Carlson on it. Reverses it back to his teammate Georgie. Georgie with it below the goal line. Georgie being hassled there by Scott. Finds his man up top, and now it's sent down low. Taking over for the Selects is Max Hoft. Gets it up the near side for Brando Duncan. Duncan's pass in the middle is knocked away for a moment. Now Carlson after it, and it's taken there by Beldy. Now it's Zhang. Zhang in the left circle. His shot deflects into the near corner, and now it's Duncan on it. Gets it up top, but unable to keep it in there was Max Hoft, who has to get back on it. Hoft sends it ahead. Duncan dumps it in, and he and his teammates will peel off for a line change here with 7:51 on the clock in this third period. Now through the middle, making some moves. Here comes Pennsylvania's Cameron Pelly. Was knocked off his stick, though, and now Hoft is on it for the Selects. Now here's Trost. Pass to the middle for Fox. Backing him up is Gabriel. Gabriel backends it in front. Trost fires. Scores! Brody Trost has double-dipped. He goes upstairs on Saulnier to make it a one-goal game with 7:27 to play in this third period.
David Chappelle not too happy. He was tangled up with Fox in front of the net. But Trost, with his second of the game, puts it high glove side, or no, blocker side, on the goaltender. Brings this game back within one with 7:27 left to play.
Number 95 in white putting in his regular days, 9-5 here, except a little bit early, as all on a nice day's work for Trost. He has 2 goals in this one. Gabriel down low, deflected just wide there by Trost. Now Fox with it, gets it up top for O'Rourke, keeps it in. Long shot there, cuts down one of the Pennsylvania players, and now it's Gabriel on it down low. Fox with it, loses control. Pearsall tries to clear, he can't. O'Rourke keeps it alive. He goes D to D over the left side. Long shot there by Lee, deflects wide.
Of note, with those 2 goals in today's game, Brody Trost now in a tie for our goals lead.
Puck comes out to center ice. Selects get it ahead. Here comes Fox down the right side. Pennsylvania now on its collective heels here. Pass in front. Didn't quite find any targets. And now down the left side comes Lee. Lee's pass in the middle. Up top, here's Trost. He shoots. A save made there by Saulnier, denying Trost of his hat-trick goal, and he can't believe it.
And of note, player I talked about earlier, Charlie Fox, right in front of the net, battling, trying to cause havoc in front of the net, distract that goaltender, take the eyes off the puck.
6:32 on the clock here in this game at the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament. So glad you've joined us here on ASTV as it's Pennsylvania 3 and the Western Selects 2.
Pennsylvania trying to argue that they should be able to make a change with our veteran official Norm Shaw.
And now we're ready to drop the puck here in the Pennsylvania zone. Shots favoring the Selects 19-9 in this one, and they push it forward, but now back on it is Pelly. Send up the near side, and Pennsylvania brings it up to center. Down the left now, it's Golnak who dumps it in. Battle down low. Both teams with a couple of skaters in there. Comes free, and now up top. The Selects taken away only for a moment. Now it's Brunetti down the right side. Brunetti checked there by Forbes. No call on the play. Golnak sends it down low for Brunetti. Brunetti lost it on his skates. Helped out now by Brenneman. Up top, Golnak tried a one-timer. It was blocked there by Yang. Now Golnak shoots it again. Another block shot, and now Jones sees it up. He jumps on top of that puck.
There's names that we keep repeating, and one of those names is Zachary Brenneman. Smart player, really drives the puck. Even at a smaller stature, playing like he's 6 feet tall. Definitely in consideration for one of the top spots of this game.
Well, don't show your hand too early, Conrad, as there's still a few minutes left. And here comes Scott down the left side, gets it in front. Oh, and just out of the reach there of Duncan, who had to lay down on the ice to try and receive that pass. Now here's Thomas. He dishes it off. A shot, glove save made by Jones. That one denied Georgie for the Pennsylvania team. Now it's brought up to center, and it's carried in. Here's Duncan down the right side. Duncan shoots, and he couldn't get the trigger off. Up top, it's Hoft. Hoft with a shot, deflects on goal, and they score! Hoft ties the game! It's 3-3, 5:11 to play in the third.
And Mike, what was there in between the point shot and the goal? 3 screens, 3 different layers for that to bounce off of, and I believe it bounced off of a PA defender's glove. I think it may have been Pelly whose glove it hit, but Hoft happy to celebrate that one.
Yeah, it certainly appeared to me like it glanced off a Pennsylvania hand on the way. And for the Selects, sort of akin to Diego Maradona for Team Argentina back in the day, that was the hand of God.
We are in a chapel of hockey with all the stained glass reflections on the ice. So maybe the hockey of God, I don't know. Doesn't sound quite as good.
Now up top, it's kept in by Pennsylvania. They've sacrificed a 3-1 lead here in this third period. It's now 3-3. Chapel sends it down low. Selects can't get it out. Lee from his knees gets it to the line. Now it's brought up by Fox down the right side. Fox with it. Fox in the zone in front. Trost couldn't get it on goal. Here's Pennsylvania wheeling through the middle. On it now is Pelly. Pelly from a sharp angle. A kick save made there by Jones. Flumey down low. Lee there to pick it off. Lee making moves. And he pokes it ahead for Gabriel. Gabriel through the middle finds Trost. Here's Trost. He has numbers. Trost on the left side. Trost fires. Save made by Saulnier. Now Golnak out the line. Tries to chip it past Lee, but he can't. Lee standing tall along the far side boards, preventing that puck from escaping the zone. Now the referee blows the whistle as the puck was caught underneath Lee's skate for just a moment too long. 3:53 to go in this third period.
That faceoff will exit the zone, but you know what? Quite a good game. It opened up with PA taking the early advantage, trying to bring their fans into it. You saw the fist pumping when they took the 2-1 lead. And you know, Selects had to battle back. A little bit of adversity.
And now they've tied the game here late in this third period. And they're looking for more. Here comes Duncan through the middle. Has Zhang with him. Duncan down the right side. Sends it up high, but it's picked off by Pennsylvania. And here comes Brenneman. Brenneman into the middle. Brenneman making a move. It goes onto Jones's stick, and he covers it up there. And goal for the Selects.
A little bit of frustration there from Brenneman. He felt he had a step. Just chipped it a little too hard into the goaltender's pads. Trying to make all the difference here for this Pennsylvania team.
Face-off coming up inside the Selects defensive zone. And off the draw, it's Springer who tries to send it forward. Picked off, Carlson in front. Here's a chance. A save made by Jones. His best of the game so far. Robbing the Pennsylvania player on the doorstep. I believe that was Georgie. Duncan trying to press the issue down low. Pennsylvania takes over. 3 minutes on the clock in this third period. We're tied up at 3. Hunter backhands it ahead. Taken over by the Selects. Dan hands it off over. And now it comes up top to Duncan. Duncan into the middle. Picked off by Pearsall. Pearsall can't get it past Dan. And now Gabriel skates with it. Gabriel into the middle. Gabriel had it poked off his stick. And now Pennsylvania gets it out to friendly territory. Flumy down the right side. Cuts toward the middle. Had it knocked off his stick. Now he sends it down low.
Flumy already with 1 goal. Would love a second to put his team back ahead.
Now down low, it's Golnack. Golnack in the middle. Picked off there by Dan, and he gets it ahead to Trost. Trost, that pass was deflected off the stick of Flumy into Pennsylvania territory, and they backhanded it back out to center. Golnack into the middle, finds Pearsall. Now over to Flumy. Flumy cutting in, made a move, and trailing up there is Pearsall. Now it's Fox on it. Gets it up ahead to Trost. Trost down the right side, dumps it in on goal, and the stick save is made there by Saulnier, and he elects to cover up with 1:58 here on the clock in this third period.
Gets a little jab from Gabriel for his troubles. He stares down the forward as he skates away.
Gabriel has been a bit of a menace so far in this tournament to other teams. His team loves him, of course. He's been a hugely impactful player for the Selects. Down low, Scott picks it up, but now Georgie takes it away for Pennsylvania. Comes out to center. Here's Thomas down the right side. Thomas with him, shoots it, and it goes just high. Might have gone off the shoulder and deflected off the high glass, and it stays in the zone.
The low high glass that we have here in this rink.
That's right. Now Scott down the left side, helped out. And in front, that pass toward Duncan was knocked away. Lee now shoots one. Blocked by Pennsylvania. Comes out to center, and O'Rourke is back on it. O'Rourke fends off Georgie. Georgie hooks him. Oh, my goodness. Pennsylvania's going to get called here. Delayed call. Duncan up ahead to Lee. Lee into the zone. Tries to pull off a move. And now it's touched up by Pelly. Penalty being called here against Pennsylvania with 1:13 remaining in regulation.
And this brings out the big line here for the Selects. And there is going to be a timeout taken by the Selects. Get the team together, get a play drawn up for the last minute, 30 seconds approximately. Try and pump that winning goal home to take home the full 3 points.
Yeah, if you're the Selects, you don't want this to get to overtime. You want to end this right now.
You know what? I'm going to go through our overtime rules just in case here, Mike.
Of course.
Just a reminder that if we do end up going to overtime, our first overtime period will start 4-on-3 due to the penalty just taken by Georgie. So, and if there's a whistle after that penalty expires, we will roll back to 3-on-3. If that isn't enough, no goal scored, we will go to 2-on-2 overtime. And if that is not enough, we'll see 3 players from each team start off the shootout. And then we will go back and forth until a winner is determined.
Thank you, Conrad. And with 1:13 remaining in this third period, the Selects hoping to make all of that description irrelevant, trying to score a go-ahead goal here in the final moments of this hockey game. Lee has it. Hands it off to O'Rourke. O'Rourke through traffic, tipped on goal. Oh, and it was swept away at the last moment by Pennsylvania.
Tipped by Mr. Fox out in front of the net.
Fox up top. O'Rourke fires, blocked, and Pennsylvania couldn't quite find it. Trost hands it off to Fox over on the right side. Into the final minute in this third period. Fox from a sharp angle. Blocker save. Trost in front. Another blocker save made there by Saulnier. Gabriel down low. Gabriel in front. Knocked away by Pennsylvania. And they're unable to clear. Kept in there by the Selects. Trost shot is blocked. Trost steals it again. Golnak can't get it out. He's backed up though, and Pelly gets it out to safety.
Another shot block for number 17, Zachary Brenneman, trying to do it all to get to that so important 9th point.
Now it's O'Rourke. Cuts in. O'Rourke hands it off. Down the left side, Lee slaps it. And a save made there by Saulnier, who covers up with 13.1 on the clock in regulation time.
Saulnier been under siege here in the third period. Takes a glance up to the clock. Knows that there's only 13 seconds left. Golnak coming in to take the face off.
Fox wins the draw over on the far side. Pennsylvania just gets it past Lee. Close call there, and now it comes out to center. Golnak giving chase, but Gabriel going to get there first, and that will do it for regulation time.
So a reminder, this overtime period will start 4-on-3. You won't see a penalty leading to having less than 3 players on the ice. So we'll open up this quote-unquote 3-on-3 overtime with a little bit of 4-on-3, and then we'll see 4-on-4 until a whistle is blown. If we don't see that, heading on to 2-on-2. So, Mike, I'm going to ask you to pick 2 names. I saw this a lot on Twitter during the NHL playoffs. Pick a name from either side who you think could put the winner home.
I'm going to say Matteo Giorgi for Pennsylvania, and I'll say Brody Trost to complete the hat trick for the Selects.
You know what? I think you know who I'm going to pick.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the big, influential number 18, Charlie Fox for the Western Selects. And Zachary Brenneman's done everything else in this game except score a goal. I think Zach's going to send us home, and I think he'll be mobbed if I'm correct.
Well, it remains to be seen. 2 minutes up on the clock here to start overtime in just a few moments after the players are done conferring with their respective coaching staffs. Shots on goal after 3 periods favoring the Selects 24-14, and they battled back in that third period to send us to the extra periods.
And you know, sometimes goaltending tandems, you'll see them talking throughout the break, getting ready. See, like, what does the goaltender on the bench saw? But we saw from the Selects, saw Aiden Jones off on his lonesome, kind of left with his thoughts, left to focus here for our 2 minutes of 3-on-3 or 4-on-3 overtime.
And here we go. The Selects with 4, the Pennsylvania team with 3 on the ice to start this 4th period of action here at West Edmonton Mall. Pennsylvania gets it off the draw, and that was Pelly who sent it all the way down the ice. On goal, and now Lee has it for the Selects.
Interesting theory here. The Pennsylvania coaches have called every player down so they can use that the door closest to their zone to make substitutions.
Now Lee with a long shot, and a kick save made there by Saulnier. Zhang finds his man Lee up top. Lee through traffic, that one deflects off the stick of Pearsall and into the near corner. Now it's Duncan on the puck. Duncan sends it down low for Zhang. Back up top to Duncan. Over to the left side, Lee has to go over to the boards to find it. Now sends it down to O'Rourke. O'Rourke sharp angle shot stopped there by Saulnier. And he falls on top of the puck with 3 seconds remaining in this Pennsylvania penalty.
And the Pennsylvania defender standing up, making sure that none of the Selects could get near the goal to poke away at his goaltender.
1:16 on the clock here in overtime. And it'll be Silas Gabriel lining up to take this draw for the Selects.
Golnick for Pennsylvania. And Golnick, just with a little stick lift, wins it away, fires it down the ice.
Just as the penalty expires, no icing on the play, and we are now at 4-on-4 hockey. Next whistle will become 3-on-3. Here's Trost with it. Hands it off to O'Rourke. O'Rourke fires it in, and Trost gives chase, but Bros gets there first for PA. He leaves it for Hunter. Hunter passes it over. And now Gabriel up top for Lee. Lee over to the right side for O'Rourke. O'Rourke through traffic. Oh, that one rang off the goalpost. Close call there for O'Rourke, trying to win this game for the Selects. Now it's Gabriel, and we're having a clock malfunction here as it now shows there are 11 minutes left in overtime. Not sure what the actual time is. I believe it's 14 seconds.
Yeah.
Now here's Flumy down the left side. Flumy lost control, and that will do it for overtime. With 11:12 on the clock here at West Edmonton Mall.
They're keeping track with a phone on the penalty, or in the box.
Okay, so bit of an unceremonious end to that first overtime period. We weren't exactly sure what the time was on the clock, and I don't think either team knew either. The urgency wasn't there at the end of the period, and now we're into the second overtime frame, 2 minutes on the clock, and it will be 2-on-2 to start.
Yeah, who wants it more? At this point, when it's 2-on-2, it's going to take an individual effort from somebody to put a goal on the board.
Kate O'Rourke with the shot that rang off the post for the Selects in that first overtime frame, the closest either team came to scoring the game-winning goal. Face-off won by Pennsylvania at center. Giving chase down the left side now is Thomas. Thomas with speed fires it toward the goal. Sticked aside there by Scott. Or by Jones rather, and here comes the Selects back the other way. It's Fox down the left side. Has Scott through the middle. Taken away there though by a nice stick of Gavin Thomas. And now it's Pennsylvania on it. It's Carlson with it. Gets ahead for Thomas. Thomas down the right. Gets to the middle. Back outside. Thomas still with it. Fires. And a glove save made there by Jones. Jones gives it to Fox, who hands it off to Scott. Here comes Easton Scott. Scott down the right side. Toe drags into the middle. Scott, a save. The rebound. And Saulnier is on top of it. 1:18 on the clock. Close, but no cigar there for Easton Scott.
Saulnier puts that glove behind him, making sure that puck doesn't trickle all the way through. And you know what? It's really become a close goaltending battle.
Face-off won by Gabriel. Gabriel up top finds Trost. A couple of forwards out there for the Selects on this shift. Gabriel being hassled, gets away with the puck. He's got his man. Gabriel to Trost. Oh, and it hopped over his stick.
Trost looking for the hat trick.
Trost has it up top. He's the last man back. He has Gabriel down low. Trost hesitates. Trost fires through traffic. It's blocked by Gabriel, and now Pennsylvania takes over. Here comes Georgie. Georgie makes a move. Georgie after the puck. Out of his net to play it is Jones. And now look out. It's Trost all alone. They've got a 2-on-0. Trost with Gabriel. Here he comes. He passes it to Gabriel. Gabriel fires. Scores! Silas Gabriel strikes in OT. 36.7 seconds left. He's mobbed at the blue line. And the Selects take this one 4-3.
Huge 2-point for the Selects. And this means that Pennsylvania is going to need to look for a win in their final game of this tournament to hit that magic number of 10.
Well, we thought Brody Trost might have something to do with the overtime winner. Indeed he did. Setting up Silas Gabriel. And you got to give credit to Aiden Jones as well for making the initial stop on that play by Pennsylvania.
And then the Mike Smith-esque up pass to make sure they could break in 2-on-0.
Well, just a fantastic game here at West Edmonton Mall. We'll bid adieu to Conrad Crosard for a moment. We'll be back with him as he announces the 3-star selections in just a few moments. Mike Gould's here with you on ASTV, bringing you all the coverage from the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament. One more time, it's the Western Selects emerging victorious 4-3 over Team Pennsylvania in overtime. Silas Gabriel, the hero in the extra frame. Firing that shot past the goaltender Justin Saulnier. Team Pennsylvania dejection shows on the ice, whereas the Western Selects are elated with the outcome of this one. Players from both teams gathering at their respective blue lines, awaiting the players of the game presentation. and we will have the 3-star selections to you in just a moment. This is Mike Gould here on ASTV saying thank you for listening to all of our coverage here of this game at the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament. We'll hand it on over to Conrad Krauser down at ice level in just a moment. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for more action coming your way the rest of this Friday here at West Edmonton Mall. Thank you.
Hello, hockey fans. I'm your color commentator for the tournament, Conrad Krauser, and I'm standing by here with your 3rd star, Brody Trost. Brody, 2 goals, bringing your team back and giving you the opportunity to go to the overtime. What does that mean to fight back like that?
Obviously, it's amazing, but it's all about the team. We all work together as a team effort.
Team effort from both sides. What can you say about your opponents here from Pennsylvania? They fought hard too.
Team PA played amazing, and we were lucky to come out with the win. They're an amazing team.
For sure. Sorry, I'm going to have to do these short interviews, but going to overtime means there's less time between games. I'll let you go celebrate. Now I'm joined by Team PA, Zachary Brenneman. Zach, obviously not the result you want, but you drew a penalty that led to a goal, had an assist, and you're out there blocking shots like a champ. What can you say about the motivation to be out there and give it all for your team?
I mean, we just tried our hardest to win, and obviously it didn't come out the way we wanted,
But you still come away with a point, means with a win you'll get to 10 points, could lead to a spot in Saturday and Sunday. Is that the focus, trying to get that win in your game later today now?
definitely.
All right, I'll let you go and strategize and get ready. And now your game-winning goal scorer and 1st star, Zylis Gabriel. Zylis, hey, look on up to that iPad up there. Zylis, what does that game-winning goal mean to you?
I mean, it means a lot, but my teammate did most of it. Brody gave a nice pass to me.
Yeah, and your line was buzzing out there all night, and I've noticed you rocking the gold tape. Is there a story behind why you're rocking the gold tape?
Just favorite color.
Favorite color, and obviously the aim at the end of the tournament. You already got your player of the game. Good luck with the rest of the tournament, and hopefully you can bring home some more gold.
Thank you.
And now we are going to have an interview with someone who most of you might not know. So I'm going to let you take the floor and introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your past here at the Brick Tournament.
Well, this is kind of cool. My name is Norm Shaw, and I've been the referee-in-chief for 31 of the 33 years of this tournament. And I'm the only remaining official who's been here all 33 years.
33 years of officiating some amazing U11 hockey. And as we talked a little bit at the intermission, it just keeps getting faster and faster and more skilled out here.
Either I'm getting really old and slow, or the kids are getting faster. I'm not quite sure. It could be a combination of both, but definitely the technology, the training the kids do, it's much more intense now, and the kids are definitely way more skilled than they were in 1990.
So I hate to do this to you, but you mentioned you got a hip replacement. How's it feeling after doing the additional 2 overtime periods here?
I feel better after a beer later, but it feels great. It feels like I got new parts, and I think I'm faster now. I'm bionic.
Bionic, and you can keep up with these electric young players. Now I'll let you go and get some water because I know it is quite hot out here on the ice and apparently hotter in the referee room. But for myself, Conrad Krauser, and all of our crew here at ASTV, we'll see you again in about 7 minutes now.